Hi everyone, it is Martha, just Martha Designs. Just kind of wanted to, and I promise I'm sorry I'm holding my phone and I know I'm still a little shaky. And I don't know if I want to just call this a daily vlog or if it's just kind of, I don't know. But anyways, had a really, really rough day today. Had some issues. I've been having some issues all week with my dystonia flaring up. Much of it was due to the fact that when I was in the hospital, they did not give me my medication, and so I was off my medication for several days. Then, when I had one night that I had absolutely no sleep whatsoever, and that kind of made things worse. And then lately, not feeling well, just in general, just not feeling well. Had been sick for about 2 weeks. I thought that I was sick because of one of the medications that they put me on when I was in the hospital, because it has a tendency to make you nauseated. And I was taking that, and so I decided today that or not today, yesterday, decided yesterday I wasn't going to take it this week, just to see if that was the medication that was making me feel nauseated. But I'd been having like nausea and a lot of stomach cramps, and on top of that, my dystonia had been flared up, and it kind of took its toll. And then today, instead of having, because usually I have a lot of focalized dystonia attacks. So, and when I say focalized, so it might be in my foot or in a leg, or I get it in my neck sometimes. I may have an arm that would be affected. So just in general, one place at a time. Today, when I got up, I noticed that instead of my left leg that normally I'd been having an issue in, it was now my right was starting to bother me, and my right leg and my left foot. Well, I stood up, noticed that I had problem with my hands shaking. Thought, this can't be good. Made it to work. Had noticed that I was having some issue with that, and by the time I got to work, the tremors in my hand had started to worsen. My neck had started to draw back. I was having complete leg cramps all the way from my hips down into my toes. And I was absolutely miserable. And here I was at work, in my classroom, with all my students. And I can tell you that when some of these, when some of the cramps happen at home, I have been known to scream out in pain. So it was all I could do to try and maintain. And that's when I felt my jaw clench. My face was starting to draw. And I was like blinking to the point I couldn't see. And it scared me. So I managed to write down on a note and hand it to the student who was sitting close to me to go get the nurse. When I realized that my face was going to start contorting, I asked another student to go next door and see if there was a teacher next door, because I wanted to get the students out of the classroom. No, I don't think that many of my students have seen me when I have had a full-blown dystonia attack. It was not dystonia storm. This was just all of my muscles wanting to pull in opposite directions today. But I have had a storm that was so bad that I had to be taken to the hospital before. So, but it was painful. The nurse came in. The first thing that she thought was, she looked at me, she said, "Are we having a stroke?" No, it's not a stroke. I said, I can feel the muscles just pulling in my face. And that was, I think that was the only thing that I could clearly say that I knew that that was not, it was not a stroke. But it was very, it was very depressing to have these kind of attacks. It makes me feel very anxious, because lately I don't know where I'm going to be when I have one, or how long it's going to last. Is this going to be just for, an hour? Is this going to be an all-day thing? Is this something that's going to be an all-week thing? Is it going to affect some part of me that is going to be visible, that I can't hide it, that I can't say, okay, well, I can kind of sit on my stool and still teach my lesson, and I don't have to worry about walking around the room and possibly falling. It's terrifying, and I'm looking at having to call my neurologist. I have an appointment in February. But honestly, it's looking like I'm going to have to call her a lot sooner, because this isn't working, and that scares me, because I don't want to go back on the other medication with all the side effects and interactions with other medications. I just, I don't know. But it's, it's been harsh, especially the last few weeks. Trying to maintain and, even notice lately that picking up my grandbabies and not being able to hold them as long as I'd like because my arms will start cramping, and that makes me sad because my grandbabies. But yeah, I just thought I would share looking into getting my first cane so that when the flare-ups in my legs and my feet decide to happen, I can walk without falling. And I just don't know, trying to make adjustments as much as I possibly can. But anyways, sorry, it's a really sad and depressing vlog, but it's kind of where I'm at right now. But that's all. Hope you have a great evening. I've managed to lay down and rest and feeling a little bit better, not completely well. Hopefully I'll get some sleep. I did manage to figure out the problem why I was so nauseated. By the time I came home, passed a kidney stone today. That was like random. But at least I now know why I was so nauseated with stomach cramps. Thought I was getting the stomach bug again because I was so nauseated and sick to my stomach, and then realized that I passed a kidney stone, and I don't know how I passed that kidney stone. It was huge. There was no mistaking that. But anyways, so I'm going to get off here and try to go sit with my cat because he is upset with me because he's worried about me. And I know he is because every time I leave the chair, he's beside me the whole entire time. So I'm going to go sit down and join Mickey for a little bit, maybe watch a little bit of television, and go from there. But anyways, have a good night, y'all. And hopefully, maybe might get a chance to vlog a little bit and actually show you some of the things that we're doing over at K&R tomorrow. Bye.